Welcome to Fort Fritz, episode 29. I am going to let you in on a little bit of a warning. We have some really freaky stories. We've got some religious-themed stories. We've got some people eating human flesh stories. We got everything. So, if you think that this is not something for you, just be warned. You are entering Fort Fritz. Hey guys, how you doing? I am your host, Fritz, joined as always by...
Wait a minute. I think it'd be nice if you listened to me for a change.
Oh God, Grieves.
What's going on?
It's a little butler.
Grieves the butler, everyone.
Here we go.
Yes, thank you very much, everyone. Okay, we know who I am. What you need to do is let me make good to you. I'm so sorry that we got off on the wrong foot. So I would like maybe that I would introduce everyone this evening.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
I'm tired anyway, man. My back.
Well, I'm sorry you pulled something.
I did.
Probably in your bedroom alone.
No,
But anyway.
it was a boat filled with... No, okay.
All right, don't go. Mr. Technical. You, my friend, are Ritz. And... No, is it Ritz?
Yeah, Fritz.
Yeah. Oh, close enough. Man Daddy.
Hi.
What a name. I love the man.
Oh,
Yes.
don't we all?
Yes, especially you.
Oh,
Taz!
Hello.
You're a sweet guy.
I am.
Yeah.
Angela.
Hey,
It's that one, right?
how's it going?
You know what? I really wish I could say something nice about her right now, but nothing comes to mind. So the next person I'd like to say positive about is this man over here.
Uh-huh.
He's got a brain the size of Uranus. His name is Nick.
Hi.
So
You should
welcome.
see his anus.
If you want to, that's up to you and him. But what I like to say is, it's time to come to the dining room. Look what I have prepared for you all.
Oh my God, look at
This
this
is-
thing.
My God.
I want to make good. I'm sorry we got off on the wrong foot.
This is a
and
nice spread.
all that sword throwing up.
Yeah, that was kind of off-putting. It was kind of off-putting.
It's kind of freaky.
This is like the Hogwarts cafeteria.
I feel like I'm in Downton Abbey or something. Look at all this silver.
All right, I expect you to say that, but the point is, I have decorated to let you know that I care about each one of you,
Thank
even
you,
though I don't
Grieves.
remember your names quite
Oh,
correctly.
it's okay.
Okay,
Thanks,
Waddle will do that to you.
Guys, look at this. He even has little like placards of where we're supposed to sit on this dinner table. This is really nice. At
If
least
you have
hand
any
done.
problems with it, screw you.
Wow.
Wow, that's accommodating. Very
I'm sorry.
accommodating.
Here I go again. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I just want you to have fun. That's the whole point. So I'm going to go bring the first course. I'll be right back.
All right. Well,
Okay,
we should
I
take a
mean,
seat,
a little creeped out by
Yeah, like
this, but
sort of sinister sort of
Yeah.
undertones.
little bit.
Always present.
Guys, my placard very, very clearly, although he spelled my name Fritz right, F-R-I-T-Z, very clearly at the bottom he has scrawled, "You cuck, fucking suck, fuck, motherfuck, dick fuck."
Oh.
wow.
Do you think that's a misprint?
No, it seems spot on.
Okay.
Spot on.
It's
No,
got
definitely.
Sounds all right.
People refer to you as that before.
Yeah, we've all said it. We've all said it in that exact order.
there's clearly quotes around that.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
Too.
Yeah.
So it's
Sort of he
just
understands.
like
It's like-
monikers that
exactly.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's how you're listed on my contacts on my cell phone. Yeah.
Mine doesn't even say my name. It just says that bitch.
Nice.
Man, this dude's
These are really
Well, have
nice.
you met
though.
you?
right. He took a lot of time to make these
Like a
little jabs.
heavyweight cardboard,
Right.
nice and embossed. Little
I can't
gold
really
lame.
discern what animals these are that he's cooked, though. I mean, that looks like a turkey, but it's got 3 legs.
Here I come!
Oh, shit.
Bringing the first course!
Oh, all right.
Here we come, everyone. Please, would you... Are you all sitting where you should be?
Yes.
Yes.
Sitting where you
Oh,
should.
God.
Oh, okay, well, I appreciate that. Because I
rules.
took every care to make you all feel welcome here today.
They tell me my placard is spot on.
It is.
Mine's just a photo of an asshole.
Yeah,
Okay.
Once again.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my.
I couldn't tell. I thought that was a picture of you. This way, I auto-corrected.
But whose? Dun, dun, dun.
God, man, he's really creeping
That's
me
a
out.
horrible game show.
He's really creeping me out now.
What I was trying to tell you is we have porridge.
Porridge?
Porridge. Okay, very nice.
Wow.
It's not too hot. It's not too cold.
Oh, all right.
Oh,
We got
so
some
it's right there
Goldilocks
in the
porridge.
middle.
No, it's just right.
You know, this is Felix's flatware he got in Germany in like 1920 something.
Actually,
Really?
it's like
Yeah.
that.
Nazi flag.
Yeah, I mean, I was
great.
going to say
No,
it, but-
1920s. No,
It was
Nazi
the
party.
start. It was
It's a
like
pre-Nazi fork.
the beginnings.
Well, don't think about it too hard. He had his initials carved in here, but it looks like he
Someone messed with it.
messed with
Yeah.
it. It looks
Yeah,
like-
right down here in the bottom.
Looks like
where
it-
that
I mean, it's
little
been polished really nice and everything and taken care of, but
definitely
I just-
scratched, etched in there, very, very casually.
Nick Spread
Yeah.
is a term for this. God damn it. What is it
Scrimshaw?
called? Scrimshot. He scrimshot it.
Scritchiti?
Scritchiti.
Scritchiti. Scrimshaw is like, isn't that the
It's
the
a-
whalebone thing with
Yep.
the Inuits? Right.
How do you know this isn't a whalebone?
I don't know this,
No,
but I
It
don't
looks
know
like
there's
metal,
any-
first of all.
Damn it. What I'd like to tell you is that I would like to now perform the giving of the porridge.
Oh, okay.
So I
that
come to Angela.
sounds horrible.
And here we go. How much would you like, Angela?
Less than that, please. Thank you.
Well, then I'll give you
He's
just a
scoop-
tad
he's
more because I
scooping
have
it.
a feeling you're going to enjoy it a
Oh,
little.
is
And
porridge a dinner thing?
It
I'm
might
kind of
be.
confused.
No,
No,
the
it's
first
not.
course.
Angela.
I'm game for anything. Free food is free food. Just fill me up.
Okay,
Oh,
That's a lot of porridge.
God.
That's a lot of porridge right
and
there.
it's just right. Now, Kaz, what would you like?
He got your name right. That's
He did, yeah.
I'm trying.
No,
It's
yeah.
one letter off. I mean, it's, whatever, fine. Yeah, no, give me some porridge, man.
I'm sorry, we're all out.
Okay, cool. No problem.
do you want some of mine? I got a full bowl. Like I got like 3
That's
bowls.
right.
No,
We're
eat it
all
all.
out.
Eat it all. You got to
You
eat it
just
all.
mama bird me some of the, 2 pounds that you actually, consumed right there?
Working on him.
I can go for it here. Let me
All
just
right,
get a
give me
little.
It is
a-
misogynist.
And I'm sure Fritz and Mandaddy would be happy to watch you mama bird it to him now.
Come on, do it,
I bet you
man.
won't do it.
Oh, no one wants to see
Kaz.
this.
Open wide.
Projectile if possible.
No, he's getting.
Oh, he's
quote,
stretching his
my
neck.
God.
It's really weird.
Guys, he-
He's getting some up.
His abdomen is pulsating.
open your mouth.
Give me
It's
that.
going to be worth it.
I'm ready.
Here we go.
Oh, it's one big long thread.
Oh, my God.
That's awesome.
Let me get some paper towels.
Well, that's goddamn good porridge right there.
Are you
Oh, man, that's just...
gross?
I think that answers the question. How do you feed a hungry man?
Oh, my
Your
God.
face.
Like a giant mama bird. Yeah.
Giant mama
Bird
bird.
porridge right into that motherfucker.
delicious.
You're welcome, hungry man meals.
That is just...
All right,
that,
first
I did
course
not
done.
need
What
to
do we
see
got? What do we
that.
got?
I did not need to see
You know, I'm a
that.
little parched after all of
Yeah,
this
what do we-
porridge.
I see
Good
these,
idea. Wine.
I see
Yes.
these wine glasses.
Wine.
Yeah, let's do
Alright.
some wine.
Wine.
Wait, what wine are you getting?
I found a little cask or something. I found something in the basement. I'll be right back.
That is a okay. Because the first thing he pulled up to the table that was boxed wine.
Oh, you mean like a Franzia?
Yes,
Oh, this
that was nothing
Franzia.
fancy as hell.
Hey, there's some fancy boxed wines now, buddy.
Yeah, prove it.
I'll be right back.
Okay, Mandaddy's actually leaving.
I got this, guys. I got this. Don't diss on no boxed wine.
Okay, watch
I
the
didn't
mic.
really take Mandaddy for a wine guy.
Yeah,
But-
not
take
at
it for a
all.
box.
It's got
wine guy.
booze in it.
That's
I was
what
just
Okay.
about to
follow it
say
up.
Nick Spry.
Yeah.
I was just about to say Nick Spry.
Sure.
Oh,
There it
Here
goes.
it comes.
Oh, God,
This
he's dragging it.
is what I am talking
Oh,
about.
that is a large.
That is some box
Jeez.
wine.
That
That
is
is some box wine.
That is a
Ladies and
full
gentlemen,
keg.
this is a fresh, delicious 2008 Manzia wine. It is
Manzia.
delicious.
Yeah.
It's kind of off-putting how the spout is coming out of a picture of your face, like right out of the mouth.
Yeah. Oh, you're the one that should be weird about that after you just bird-fed Kaz over here, and now you're worried about taking wine out of my mouth. I'm offended.
That's
triggered.
True. That's true.
That was natural. as
Different
fuck.
strokes for different folks.
I got your
Mandaddy.
strokes.
I feel like, yeah, I mean, if you've ever watched Planet Earth, you know what.
well,
what
go
we're
ahead and give
about.
me. Just fill me up, please.
Just here you go. Just it goes by the mug. It goes by the mug. It's a mug wine.
Okay.
So you
All
go.
right.
Give it a try.
What
give
is
that
it?
A try.
Is it red?
I
Is it
must
white? What
say,
is
it's
it?
nice that you're starting to
It's
serve.
liquid. It's liquid. It's liquid. Here, anyone? All around. All around.
Yeah, I'll take a cup.
There you go. Drink it up. Drink it up.
It is
Whatever.
black. This is not
Right, I was
red
gonna
or-
say-
this is black.
Don't ask me how I know, but this is the exact color and consistency of prison wine, Pruno. This is goddamn Pruno, isn't it?
But if you hold it up to the light, look at
Maybe.
that. It turns completely translucent like white wine. This is ridiculous.
It's a little
Definitely like
kinda,
some-
it's a magic type of feel to it. You know. It's
Right.
it's a magical.
Well, whatever.
Kind
There's
of wine.
a lot of it, so we're not going to run out.
Guys,
So-
Laheim.
All right.
Laheim.
Oh, you guys are already finished with
Oh
the
my
wine.
God.
But it is pungent.
Wow.
That is a
my
pungent
God.
taste.
Thick,
Oh my god.
viscous,
My mouth is on
viscous.
fire.
That's very dry.
Tastes
Spicy.
like ink.
It's like the Guinness of wines.
Right, I'm getting like a caveman proto liquor kind of taste. Like this is when
Notes
they
of
first
iron.
right.
The first wine.
tastes like a cave.
Yes.
Tastes
The first
yeah,
wine of
First
wine.
wine.
kind of. I think it tastes like blood.
Yes. Yeah. I mean,
You know
it's
what?
Got
got
an iron taste.
a little bit of that. A little bit more scab than blood. You know, it's aged. You know.
Nice
Grease.
and crust around the top. That's the best part.
Greaves, look at me. What do you have behind
Yeah,
your
what
back?
Nothing.
You brought
that?
another box up.
Out with it.
This is nothing.
Well, obviously, you're
Come on.
cradling it like it's a small kitten. They haven't named yet.
No,
Out
no,
with it.
no.
Graves, you fool no one. What is that?
All right, look.
Oh.
That's
is
just
that?
a big
Whoa, that's
box.
a-
Like
that's
it's cool.
That's
not.
awesome.
It's got like 2 doors on the side.
It's so black.
It's
very odd.
And you say that contains like wine. Like it's not like a box wine. It's like a box of wine.
With wine.
I feel like it's kind of sucking the light out of the room. It's so dark.
It got cold.
It
got colder in here.
Yeah.
I don't like this. Yeah, Angela, and I don't like that either.
Angela, hold me. Everything looks like a television right now. I think I drank a whole lot.
Oh, somebody give us some gravy water.
Such a
oh my
lightweight.
god.
Some more, Frick.
Now, guys, I don't want to scare anyone because that's something we don't usually do here at Fort Fritz. But have any of you ever heard of a Dybbuk Box?
No.
A what?
A Dybbuk Box. It's not good.
Divot? Like golf?
Dybbuk.
How do you spell
Dybbuk. D-Y-B-B-U-K. Or D-I-B-B-U-K. Dybbuk. Dybbuk.
So, what Dybbuk? What does that mean? What language is that?
Exactly.
It's actually, it's Hebrew.
Really?
Hebrew,
Oh.
yes. Now, let me hip you to the Dybbuk. Now, a Dybbuk is from Jewish folklore. It is believed to be spirits of the dead who can take possession of a living person. Now, some believe that they are once human, but now are either ghosts in limbo, or have maybe even converted to become completely demonic. So they've lost all humanity.
So the name Dybbuk is the name of these
It's the
wandering demons.
Right, of these
So
demons or these lost spirits.
Do they choose to possess this box or become this box right now? What does the box have to do with anything?
Now, the word Dybbuk translates to cling or attachment in Hebrew. And most stories involve a spirit or a demon attaching themselves to either a person, a place, or an object. Such as maybe that freaking box right there.
I think a spooky box.
Now, some believe they're here to punish Jews who have let their faith lapse.
Oh.
It is said that those who are doubtful about Moses crossing the Red Sea or have a sloppily made mezuzah, seriously,
No,
have a sloppily made mezuzah, are practically inviting a Dybbuk into their lives.
Now, the mezuzah is the parchment, right, that they put in the doorways?
a prayer inside of a little container. Yeah, it's
Yes.
posted on the lintel of the house.
And you have to have really good handwriting when you write it out.
It's super tiny.
Yeah, it's sealed, and you're never ever supposed to
tiny.
open it. It's a prayer inside of there.
Yeah.
Hanging with Jews and see their mezuzah, zippity boppity dude. Now, one of the most famous modern stories of a Dybbuk involves a wine box purchased at an estate sale in Oregon. I'd say Oregon, not Oregon. In 2003 by Kevin Manis. That wine box is now known as the Dybbuk Box.
The Kevin...
Yeah. It's, there's Kevin boxes out there, but they're not nearly as scary. You know, they were owned by a guy named Kevin.
And it's called the Dybbuk Box?
Dybbuk Box.
Keeps his old receipts in there, for tax time.
Yeah,
The Kevin box.
The Kevin Box. Now, Kevin purchased the box from an estate of a woman who died at the age of 103.
Whoa.
Okay.
Wow.
A granddaughter of the woman told him that her grandmother survived Nazi concentration camps in World War II. She survived by escaping and fleeing to Spain, where she acquired the box, which was one of only 3 items she brought with her when she immigrated to the U.S.
That's okay. So there's something very significant about this box.
Very important.
About this box.
Now, after Kevin bought the box, another granddaughter saw him and said, "Oh, I see you bought the Dybbuk Box."
What did he say when she said that?
He asked her what that meant.
Yeah.
Because that would be what anyone would say. Now, she said that's how her grandmother always referred to the box.
The Dybbuk box?
The Dybbuk Box. She always kept it shut and on an out-of-reach shelf. When she asked her grandmother what was in the box, her grandmother would spit through her fingers 3 times and say it was a Dybbuk.
Poi, poi, poi.
And that the box must never, ever be opened.
Did they ask her, like, Grandma?
What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box, Grandma?
Now, she also said that her grandmother wanted to be buried with the box, but that went against Jewish Orthodox rules. And so that's why the box is still in the family after her death. Hearing this, Manis offered to return it.
Okay.
But the woman became very insistent, saying, no, you bought it. and when Push began to yell, saying that they didn't want it, even starting to cry and yell, "You made a deal! You made a deal!"
Whoa.
Wow.
That's really frightening.
Yeah, so at this point, the guy should realize that there's something wrong with the box. But as you can tell, as the story goes on, Guy's not the brightest.
Okay, so Kevin Mannis bought it, or Kevin Mannis sold it?
No, he bought it. He bought it at an estate sale.
Kevin Mannis was trying to give it back to the family.
He said once he heard that it was the story, he's like, here, it seems like a family heirloom. Let me get it back. I even give you the money back. They're like, no. You bought it. You keep it. Bye-bye.
Wow.
So at the time, Kevin owned a furniture refinishing business.
Okay.
And he planned to refurbish the cabinet and give it to his mother as a gift. He took it to a store and put it in the workshop basement, locked the door, and went to run errands. About a half an hour later, he got a phone call from the salesperson watching the store for him. She was hysterical and screaming that someone was in the workshop breaking glass and swearing.
Oh my God.
Also,
grandmother.
Also, she said that someone had locked the security gate from outside and the emergency door as well. So she was trapped inside with something smashing glass and swearing in the basement.
The dad from the Christmas Story.
You damn you, bumpers! Not a finger!
Not a finger is my favorite.
Don't get them wet.
That's the Gremlins.
Did the box say Fragile on it?
Yeah. No, it said Manzia.
He tried to tell her to call the police, but right before he could say the words, the battery on his phone died.
Of course.
So he immediately rushed back to the store to find out that indeed the gates were locked. So he let himself in and found that the salesperson was on the floor in the corner of the office crying. He quickly went to the basement where he was hit by the overpowering smell of cat urine.
Ooh.
He had no cats. There were never any cats around. There were no cats involved in the store at all.
That's a very specific smell,
It's
too.
a very specific smell.
It's like ammonia.
Yeah, and more. It's ammonia plus.
It clings, it stays.
It gets right in there.
Yeah.
And then when you smell it really bad, everything you smell, you think has it.
Yes.
Like when you smell cat pee somewhere, like, wait, is it this? Is it that? It just gets in you.
It stays in your nose.
It stays. Now, the lights didn't work because, as he discovered, all the bulbs had been smashed in their sockets. And 2 10-foot fluorescent tubes were shattered on the ground.
But that's just good old-fashioned fun. And you're living unless you've done that once. Throw a big fluorescent tube out and watch it just shatter. That's really great.
Also, lightsaber ideas.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And, of course, once you smash, you want to breathe in as much as
much
possible. Get all that delicious mercury. It's
All
so
right, the
good.
attorney is calling again. Please stop. He says, please do. Wait, let me go back. Everything Mandaddy is saying, don't do.
As pretty much always.
That's
the standard protocol.
Standing order for that.
I'm reading the text. You guys can see it.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Larry.
Now, he went back upstairs to talk to the salesperson, but she had already left. And she never returned to work again.
Ooh.
Wonder why.
What a pansy.
Right?
Yeah.
Wimp.
Now, finally, Kevin decided to get to work on the cabinet. Inside, once he finally opened it for the first time, he found
what do you see?
a 1928 U.S. wheat penny.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
The wheat, when they had the grains of wheat
yes,
on either
that's right.
side.
Yeah.
A 1925 U.S. wheat penny.
Okay.
1 small lock of blonde hair bound with string. 1 small lock of black/brown hair bound with string. 1 small granite statue engraved with and gilded with Hebrew letters that he was told later that the letters spell out the word shalom.
What does that mean?
How you doing? What up? I don't know.
Shalom?
All of those things.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, isn't it kind of like aloha?
Good wishes. Good wishes.
Yeah, so,
Nice.
yeah.
Also was 1 dried rosebud, 1 golden wine cup, and 1 very strange black cast iron candlestick holder with octopus legs.
Like the worst episode of Storage Wars ever.
That last one sounds badass, though.
Right. It's definitely
That has shades of
Lovecraftian-
Cthulhu. Yeah, shades of
Lovecraft-
Cthulhu in that one. Now, he cleaned the cabinet, rubbed some lemon oil on it, and planned to still give it to his mom for her birthday.
Aww.
This is like a regifting, like a spooky ass interdimensional regifting. Like, don't give us back the box. You know what? I'm gonna give this box to my mom.
I'm gonna give this to the person who she's the light of my life.
This is gonna be a long time before I can get back to Target. Like, I got this here.
Here, Mom, you earned it.
Thank you for the 2 wheat pennies, the 2 locks of hair, the statue with the Hebrew letters of shalom, and the dried rosebud. You nailed me. Thank you. This is perfect.
Who told you? Finally, his mom came to the store one day, where he presented her with the cabinet.
She had to come get the present. Who is this dude?
He's one lazy
Who
ass
is this dude?
Somebody's a real mama's boy.
I think so.
Yes, Mom came to the damn store one day to get the cabinet, and he presented her with the cabinet. She seemed to like it, and while she examined it, he had to step outside to make a phone call. While Mom's examining her cabinet that she appears to enjoy, he steps outside to take a phone call. A few minutes later, while outside, his employees run outside and say that there's something wrong with Mom.
Uh-oh.
So he runs back inside and he finds his mom sitting in a chair next to the box. Her face has no expression, but tears were streaming down her face. No matter how hard they tried, she wouldn't or couldn't respond.
Whoa.
It turns out that she had a stroke.
Oh.
And she was taken to the hospital where she lost the ability to speak and form words. It came back, but after years of therapy. Now, during this time, she was able to communicate through pointing at letters on a piece of paper. When asked how she was doing a few days later, she teared up and pointed out the letters N-O-G-I-F-T. No gift.
She really didn't like that present, huh?
He thought that she had forgot that he had in fact given her a gift and remind her, no, I actually gave you a gift. Then she shook her head, became more upset, and pointed at the letters H-A-T-E-G-I-F-T. Hate gift. Hate gift.
Really didn't like it.
Okay, so she was saying, this was no gift.
No gift. No gift.
I hate this gift. Oh, that's spooky as fuck.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing. Is that
my God.
Kevin seemed to still not put two and two together.
He was a dumbass.
And come to understand the sinister nature of the box. So he gave the box to his sister.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
She gave it back after a week. She said that she couldn't keep the doors closed and that they kept opening on their own. There were no springs.
I just got goosebumps.
There were no springs. So then he gave it to his brother.
Why?
Who kept it for 3 days. Upon returning it, his brother said it smelled like jasmine flowers.
Ooh.
While his wife
nice.
insisted it reeked of cat urine.
There you go. That's the connection.
He eventually... there it is. One or the other. It's one or the other.
Kevin really doesn't like his family much.
Not
does
at
he?
all.
Yeah.
Not even a
Let's
little
test
bit.
this again.
Kevin is perfect. Kevin is like the perfect agent for a horror story. Like, he's dumb and he's like unprepared and he's just like, he's perfect. Like,
He's
he's moving
vector.
this story along for us.
And he totally
wonderfully.
screws over his family.
Right.
Yeah.
Inadvertently.
Now, he eventually sold it to a middle-aged couple, but 3 days later, he found the box at the store's doorstep with a note that read, "This has a bad darkness." And then he took the box home for himself. He started to have a recurring nightmare. In the dream, he is walking with a friend having a conversation, and then he turns to look in the person's eyes, and they change. They turn into what he described as an old, evil, demonic hag.
Ooh.
And then the hag would proceed to beat the crap out of him. Often he would wake up in the middle of the night with bruises and marks where the hag had hit him.
How crazy,
Or
like,
scratched him.
If it's just this like ghoul, this like zombie ghoul with just the hair going all over the place and just like that.
Yeah, just
You would have to
attack him.
hope it would be more ghoulish and monsterish than more like an actual old lady, because if you're getting beat up by an old lady in your dreams every night, that is pretty nightmarish.
Like he
but
said,
like,
demonic,
just
deep sunken
certain amount of
eyes,
shame.
claws, white hair flailing everywhere,
Okay.
just coming at you all limbs akimbo.
Akimbo.
A month later, his sister, brother, and his brother's wife came and spent the night. The next morning, his sister complained that she had a nightmare that she had had a few times before. She then went on to describe the exact nightmare that Kevin had. The hag,
Yeah.
the beating, the whole thing. His brother and wife both froze in terror as they explained that they had had the exact same dream with the exact same hag and the exact same beatings.
Did they all have that dream while the box was in their possession?
Kevin called his girlfriend to ask if she had any nightmares. And of course, she did. Once again, it was the demonic hag. As they all discussed their experience, it came to light that the timing of the dreams always synced with the presence of the Dybbuk Box in their homes.
Oh
Good one. I
my
thought you were
God.
just ignoring me out of spite.
And
course.
with all these possession stories I've done, of course, then it got worse. Kevin started seeing shadowy figures in his peripheral vision. In fact, visitors to his home would see the exact same figures just right out of the line of sight. So he took the box and put it in an outdoor shed.
just burn it, chop it up.
You should. But
No.
No,
that just
because you
brings them to the
release
world.
it.
Thank you.
Paid
Yes.
too much money for
Why
it.
is it
It has
not?
to be
Is
latched.
Angela the only one who knows anything here?
Why is
Yeah, it
releasing
has
it
to-
to the world more dangerous than having it concentrated in this box that can easily be
It's
transported
somewhat
around?
contained is why.
Yes, you can
The
actually
needs of the many
Yes.
outweigh the needs of the few.
Thank you.
Spider-Man.
Spot.
Or somebody.
Yeah,
Wolverine.
It was close.
Who's Wolverine?
It was close.
I don't watch a lot of
So he took it and he put it in an outdoor shed. That night, he was awoken to a smoke alarm from inside the shed. He went outside and flung open the door, and of course, there was no smoke or fire, just the overwhelming smell of cat urine.
Wait, they had a smoke alarm in a
In the
shed?
shed. It's a fancy shed.
It's a big outdoor
Fancy.
shed.
That's a
'cause
bougie
he was a
shed.
furniture dealer, so he worked on stuff and he kept it outside as well.
Got it.
And if you have a bunch of wood stuff, that's expensive. You might want a smoke alarm.
Also,
Got
the
it.
jacuzzi in that thing was
Beautiful,
awesome.
beautiful, stellar.
Yes.
It had a
Really cool.
horizon.
It was really cool.
I
And
love
he had a separate
jacuzzis,
jacuzzi
yes.
alarm for when it's jacuzzi time. Like, beer, 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 jacuzzi
Jacuzzi season.
He brought the box inside, and he fell asleep while researching it on the internet, trying to figure out what the hell is going on. And he was awoken at 4:30 in the morning when it felt like someone was breathing on his neck. He found that his house now smelt of jasmine flowers, and he saw a huge, shadowy figure lope off down the hallway. So he did what any sane person would do.
But it's Kevin.
He put the box up.
Gotta consider.
Good call. That's awesome. He put the box up for sale on eBay.
Okay.
Oh my god, that was
My
worse
dude
than
Kevin.
anything I could
so
have
he
imagined.
put it up
My
on
dude
eBay
Kevin.
with the whole story. He put the whole story, letting
All right.
everyone know, and of course,
know
idiots clamored for it.
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
there's-
people are into that.
It
For
sold
sure.
for $1,100.
That's it.
Oh.
Now, it changed hands several times since, with each person having unpleasant side effects. One man says he developed health problems, including hives, coughing up blood, and, quote, head-to-toe welts.
Now,
Now, he consulted several rabbis and had the box resealed. And now it belongs to Zach Braggins of Ghost Adventures to display in his museum.
Follow him on Twitter.
Dragons again! That's
Once
twice.
again. So he's got the Dybbuk box at this point.
Zach Bragan, contact us immediately.
What was the house he bought? That house that...
Yeah,
it was
the
the,
last story. Yeah,
oh,
a
man,
few
we gotta
weeks
look that
ago.
up.
Oh, Zach Braggins.
So,
You rascal.
no matter how innocuous a box or cabinet looks, it could contain something much, much more sinister.
It's awesome. That's crazy.
Hey, that was a riveting story. Edge of my seat the whole time. Guys,
You okay, Kez?
yeah, actually, you guys want to come out into the hallway really quick?
Yeah, why?
all right,
Really
I have
fast.
dessert.
Are you okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry about that. You guys are listening to Fort Fritz.
Okay.
Hey guys, you're listening to Fort Fritz. I'm here with Mandaddy and Angela in the
Hey.
hallway, and we are having what you would call an aside, I guess, or what was this?
Why are we doing this?
We need to talk about what's going on.
That's crazy. So the metal plates are
Yes.
actually rhodesium.
I didn't know it myself.
That's ridiculous.
Is that a flower?
No, it's rhodesium.
Oh.
I mean, seriously, I don't
Who
know
knows
what those guys are doing in there. That's
I'm getting
really-
creeped out by it.
Thank you. Thank
Right?
you.
Why are you guys so freaked out about it?
I mean, just because
He's-
the guy puked out swords and now he's feeding us food.
He's got a very nefarious sort of cast to him, and he seems very interested in feeding us these weird foods.
You guys are very xenophobic.
Xenophobic.
It took me a long time to thaw it out. I'm looking forward to serving you the main course.
This is
Oh,
crazy.
man. You know what? I wouldn't think that I was going to be hungry again, but I am. That porridge was delicious. So I'm ready. I'm ready for
Thank
round
you,
two.
Nick.
As soon as he said it was marinating for 48 hours, I was hooked.
You know what, you guys? I'm actually pretty hungry too. I'm pretty interested in what he's got.
porridge?
going on. The porridge wasn't actually that bad. I was-
It was mucilagynous. It was thick. It
His
was just
cooking sucks.
yeah. Thank you very very much.
I think maybe it was just because it was mixed with Nick's spit.
yeah. Well, I
Oh
mean,
my
that's,
God.
that was only you.
Well, he's kinda
You're
cute.
the only one who got that experience. I didn't have the Nick Spit experience.
Try it next time.
Guys, I am starving. Guys, what are you talking about over there? Can we just get, like, he said he's got a
Hey,
main
guys.
course for
In
us.
here.
Yeah, no, hey, we're on our way.
We're good. Hold on. No, you guys just have a good time. We're not discussing you guys at all.
Yes, it's time to eat.
So you said flambe is over intense heat, right?
Very.
See, We're talking about intense heat. We're
I
talking
don't
about
like. I
flame.
don't like the idea of giving this guy
All
flame.
right, tell you what.
They're just talking about food.
Just watch me.
Okay.
If anything creepy happens, I'll give the signal. Follow my lead.
All about it.
Where's the beef? Where's the beef? Where's the beef? Where's the beef?
Oh my God! They're quoting 1980s Wendy's commercials.
It's definitely beef then, right?
Yeah. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I don't. Let's wait to see what Grieves
Well,
brings out.
final aside here. I did quickly poke around a little bit in the kitchen, and I saw a meat locker filled with dead women.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What? That doesn't concern you at all, Angela?
No.
Dead women?
Don't worry
Meat
about
locker?
it. It's fine.
What? She's
It's
always
fine.
with the don't worry about it. It's dead
Oh,
women
it's
in the meat
fine.
locker.
Here comes the main course.
Hey guys, come on, get over here.
Come on,
Okay,
it's
let's
time
go.
to eat. Oh, yes. It's steaming hot.
Okay. This is
I'm
going
going to
to
lay
be
it down.
delicious.
So, what is this?
Oh, never
Looks
mind
like a
the bones.
steamed up glass dome.
Oh, what do you think of that?
That's
that
a lot of
gravy?
limbs.
I think I've seen this dish before. Is this what they call like a main sous le verre?
Possibly. What's
Yeah,
that mean?
man sewer.
It means a hand under glass.
Exactly.
There's
Like
a
a
lot
lot-
more than that under glass.
Yeah. Mine has a ring on it.
That's mine.
Guys, we're eating Angela again. It's obviously from Grieves Meat Locker with all the dead Angelas in it.
You can't prove that.
I'm sorry, what now?
Yeah.
What are you
Come on,
talking
you weren't-
about?
You weren't around for that, Kaz. Yeah, this is just a bunch of Angela meat. This is just because there's a whole bunch of Angelas and she can die and come back and everything, and so we're just gonna eat some Angela. That's what's going on right now. I mean, duh, right?
What?
No, we discovered this the last time when we went out when Angela got destroyed by the generator, and then we found the fetid meat that because the generator died and it was fetid meat and it was all a bunch of Angela meat because she can die and regenerate, and so we're just eating Angela meat.
Okay. I guess I have 2 questions and a comment.
Okay,
Can we do the comment first?
thank you.
Comment. This is fucked up.
Sure.
Questions.
Yes. Okay.
If the generator shut off and all the meat went rotten, are there new Angelas, or are we
Probably.
eating the old rotten ones? Or
We're hoping that it's new ones. We're hoping.
Okay.
But,
all right.
you gotta be adventurous.
Who's to say?
You ever eaten at a food truck? Come on.
Come on.
I feel like I'm gonna gracefully bow out from this course and maybe just politely spit into my napkin. No offense.
You
Grace.
will eat your fetid Angela, and you will like it, Nick Spry.
You don't have to listen to him.
He gets
That's
really
all right.
authoritative at the dinner table. It's
Yep.
So I'm hangry.
the smell of food. Yeah. Gets
It's
him
no
riled up.
Christmas while I'm talking, man daddy.
That sounds like the worst action figure ever.
Now it's come through drip.
Dressed in the bunny suit from A Christmas Story.
Damn, that was good. Second question. Have you guys heard of the Baksheev killings?
What?
I have not.
No.
Oh.
Nick Spry, this is right up your alley. It's Russian people killing each other.
Yeah.
It's what they do.
That's
It's what they
perfect.
do.
It's like
You've got to have a
standard,
niche market, you know.
right? Day-to-day Russian. Yeah, exactly. Otherwise known as Last Week in Russia.
What?
Last Week in Russia. Actually, Last Week in Russia.
Wow.
Literally, actually.
Say it more.
Is this like a little John Oliver offshoot show, or?
Yeah,
Last
Last Week in
Russian
Russia.
tonight.
It's just all murder stories.
Anti-Russian tonight.
But is this this is an actual current
Yeah,
event?
this is
This
happening.
is
Are you kidding
right.
me?
The news broke last week over the weekend. Dmitry Baksheev and his wife Natalia are currently being accused of killing and eating as many as 30 people.
Whoa, what?
In
That's a lot of
the
people.
Is it even just one? A lot of
Yeah,
people.
but
One's a lot of people. Depending upon how
All
big
right.
that people is,
That's
that
fine.
could be a lot of people to eat. Anyway, go ahead.
I think grammatically it would be person. I could be wrong though.
It's a lot of person.
Thank you.
They were having a Donner party.
All right.
Donner,
We
party of
got
6.
Nothing better to do. Don't up on it tonight.
over what sort of time span did they consume 30 people?
They
Like 8
believe
hours.
I thought you were gonna say like over what course? Like over what course?
Demi-glace? They have a nice
cream
juice.
Did they do a crock pot meal? Like what
Obviously
happened?
porridge from
Yeah.
Grieves.
Oh, yes.
They believe that the killings stretch back to the 90s. So several years of these people getting away with. And again, at this point, they've released their names, and the story just broke. I believe that they were accused but haven't been convicted yet. I'm not sure how the courts work in Russia.
Were they actually arrested?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And
they haven't been convicted yet.
They've been charged, but they haven't been held
Convicted.
trial
Right,
yet.
and again,
They'll be given a reality show.
Right, it's Russia. Like they could just
Once
they
they
bring
clean
out a
their
horse,
teeth.
and if he kicks you, you're guilty, and if not, then
Criminal Justice Minute with Kaz.
all right.
Equine justice.
Not horsing
Judge
around.
Ed.
We're not horsing around.
I got the trots. Here we
Oh
go.
my god.
The Gallup poll says.
Oh,
Hey.
Sorry.
Keeping it-
Hey,
Sorry.
Winnie and
It's
Pooh.
enough. It's enough.
Keeping
Enough
it idling
funds.
along.
We're gonna keep beating this dead horse.
Oh, my godfather would love that one.
Let's get back to the main story here.
Yes.
Tell another
I
tale.
see how you spelled that.
Yes.
In my head, I saw it.
But these this is not made up. This is real story. The news, you can look this up, and we will be posting about it on Twitter.
Yeah, this is a hot news story.
Hot off the presses,
Fresh.
ripped from the headlines, as they say.
Yeeks.
So Dmitry and Natalia were suspected of killing as many as 30 people over the last 2 decades in the southwestern region of Russia, known as Krasnodar. They were both in a military academy there. They're both trained to be pilots. So the way that they were, I guess, their nefarious activities were discovered was this guy lost his phone. Dmitry lost his phone on the street somewhere, and a construction worker found it. And they don't say how he managed to view the photos on the phone, but they viewed photos on the phone of a man posing with dismembered body parts, with a dismembered, actually, like full torso.
Just chilling. Hey.
Yeah.
Right.
Get
So
a pic.
again, that's sort of the aside of this. Imagine like a day where you pick up a phone and like I don't know what type of person you are. If you try to like open it up, maybe this dude probably should have had a password, and that would have been smart. Cannibal is listening to the radio show. Put passwords on your phone so you don't get caught.
Pro tip.
The attorney now texting.
Larry, take it easy. We get it. All right.
Larry the lawyer.
We already paid your retainer. Fucking relax.
He wears a retainer?
Yes, that's what lawyers do. The subsequent investigation of their dormitory, they lived in the dormitory at this military academy, found remnants of human meat, found recipes for cooking human meat. Again, that kind of struck me.
Actually say
Right.
like human
Right.
in the recipe, like
It's-
half a pound of people.
It's just
Person.
I mean, I guess there's different like fat content
What's
for
your
the meat.
pronouns?
Also, would it be like women, male? Like, would you have to specify?
Certain ones, right,
That's
like-
good. Veal. I mean, there's veal.
That's babies. That's babies.
So there you go.
It's true. Babies are human veal. Let's
But
just
it's
admit it.
probably different
They're
recipes.
milk-fed.
That's all
They're
I'm
kept
saying.
in cages.
I have a question about the timeline here then. If this has been going on since they think, maybe even say the mid to late 90s, that's 20 years. How old are these people, and they're in flight school?
Currently, Dmitry is 35 and his wife is 42.
Perfect. Thank you.
They started like in their teens, almost. Like I guess I'm not good at math.
Get a feed a growing boy.
Well, you just said
You gotta eat a
30,
growing
30
boy.
people, correct, Kaz?
Correct.
So 30 people. Do you think 30 people could be killed in how long?
Maybe like 5 minutes.
I mean, I've seen that
He
last
said that
Rambo
really
movie.
quick. If you notice
He
that.
seems to have thought it out.
That's Kaz at fortfritz.com.
.nsa.list. So, when the authorities contacted Mr. Baksheev about the photos on his phone, he claimed that he found the body parts and decided he wanted to take the selfies with them.
Who wouldn't?
And that he was not responsible for the
I
murders.
first thought,
Just found some body parts. Just want to get a little time with them.
They
Is that really a selfie if you're taking pictures with like body parts?
Yeah,
depends on if
because-
you use the body part to take the selfie, right? Like,
Oh,
is this
wow.
a hand?
Like a little
Whoa, that's a
extendo.
whole other level.
If you use someone's arm as a selfie stick, that's
stick.
badass. You just put it in the hand and you hold up the hand. And
You just press a certain muscle and it kind of like makes the
nerve.
Yeah.
Next level, man.
like the way you think.
Angela, what a sick bastard you are.
You're
There's nothing bad
welcome.
about
You
her.
are welcome.
when they actually found they matched one of the hands they found in their dormitory to one of the pictures. So they were basically going to accuse him of the murders, and then he admitted to killing a woman in 2012, and he said that was the only one that he had done. There was some argument after drinking with his wife, and they killed this woman.
So obviously this guy had no lawyer.
So among the grisly sort of pieces of evidence they found were the hand in a jar, like a bell jar, and several body parts in sort of a salt solution. They didn't know if it was to preserve them or
pickle
to
them?
make some type of jerky or something.
People.
As well as photos of several obviously grisly things, including a cooked human head on a platter of mandarin oranges.
It's about the presentation. Can we all admit that?
Yes, it is.
They had definite an eye for.
Get it?
But how is it?
Fancy
So is it just roasted? Just like a whole head roasted?
I'm not exactly sure what the preparation, like the mechanics
boiled.
of it were.
It was boiled.
I imagine
Like
you want
the
to braise
most
it
messed up
first, like a
episode of
goat head,
Chopped
right?
ever.
You want to braise it, get the meat loose, and then throw it in the oven, get like a nice char on the outside.
Well, the cheeks are always the most delicious, like grouper cheeks and beef cheeks. You know
true.
why? You know why that's always the most delicious?
Fat.
That's
No.
where the soul is.
That's where they keep their smiles.
Oh my God.
That's why they're so delicious. You're eating smiles. Fucking true.
Jesus.
Damn, this got dark. Yo, I don't know if I can save this one.
A story about
right.
people eating other people got
was trying to
dark.
keep it
Who
light.
saw that?
I was just trying to keep it light. You know.
Have some humanity, for Christ's sake. Please do.
I'll take a double serving.
You got it.
They also found phones and articles of clothing and personal effects belonging to the alleged victims. Even though they didn't find their actual body parts, they found evidence that they had been killed by these people.
Do you know if these body parts were fresh? Did they look fresh? Like they had reason to believe that they...
I believe that they want to say that the most recent victim was in 2012.
Okay, so...
Dry aged.
Right.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah, I
long
get it.
ass dry age. So as the capper, I guess the most disturbing part of this that I thought, and it follows a weird theme with people, which like people are just grossing me out now, but the woman Natalia, she wanted to get a job at a local restaurant, and a man named Vitaly Yakubenko came out to a media outlet, a newspaper in the area, and had an interview where he told them that this woman interviewed for a chef's job with the explicit sort of questioning around where did he buy his meat? Was he interested in buying cheaper meat? Was he looking for maybe some sort type of
This is like a throwback to Fritz the Butcher.
exactly, right? And again, it's
That's a very common thing when it comes to when
got
cannibals
all
get
this
to a
meat-
certain part, they want other people to eat it so they can sit there and go, "You're eating Bob."
that's the next
Yep.
that's the next part of it.
It's always a part of it.
Weird.
Well, also, I mean,
By the way,
like we said, it's
a
a lot of
completely
meat.
different note. I'm having a barbecue this weekend. If you guys want to stop by,
Again?
Nice.
yeah,
Yeah.
it just made me think of that for some reason. So come on over this weekend. I'm sorry, Kaz. Keep going.
Ongoing case. It's an ongoing case, so there's going to be details released as it sort of unfold. But yeah, that's something that I thought was pretty fucking spooky and current, topical.
Disturbing.
It's super spooky.
People
yeah.
are still eating people.
Right,
You know?
like
They're the
People,
they're the
people
luckiest.
eating
They are the
people.
I mean, I totally finished my meal.
Oh, yeah, you
delicious.
did. That's really
It's
gross.
delicious.
Oh, I was
good.
hoping you would,
It was-
because you're all talking so much. But is it good? Do you like it, though? Do you like
Yeah,
your main
Grieves,
course?
it was great. That was a great
You can
meal.
really taste the Angela.
Yeah.
Well,
Usually I don't
know
eat
what
meat,
you're
but
saying, but
I
whatever
didn't
you guys
care.
enjoy, that makes me smile in the inside.
Me too. Cheek. That's why the cheek.
Yeah, that's
tasty
that's what
as hell.
smiles are.
tasty
That's what
ass
smiles
smiles.
are. I mean, it's just. I mean, let's face it. People have been eating people for a long time.
Does anybody
You
have
know?
any floss? I think I have a fingernail in my teeth.
Oh yeah, they'll stick. It's like a popcorn
It's
kernel.
like one of those press-on nails.
They get in there.
I don't wear those.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Wait a minute. Are you getting non-Angela meat? We came here thinking that we were going to have cage-free, non-antibiotic Angela meat.
Thank you.
And something has been substituted. What? This is.
Well,
this
surely
is wrong.
you got to dress it up a bit.
I
And a
have a
good
few
chef will.
special ingredients. I'm not going to tell you because I know you'll steal my recipe.
See, he's outsourcing.
See? I
He's
like it.
outsourcing.
I
You
like
like
it,
it? What do
though.
you like about it?
Because you know what? I can believe him.
You like the porridge? You'll agreed on that.
I didn't mind it, but this meat, good God in heaven.
I need another glass of Manzia, I think. My mouth is
I got plenty.
dry. Oh,
It's in that box right there.
wait, it's tapped out. This is all empty. We're going to need another bottle
How
of
do we
wine or
run out of
something.
Manzia? The thing is like, it's like
Hold on, wait.
Oh my god.
Round 2. Oh, we're all good about this. All right, we're going to drink some of this Manzia.
Where did you...
We're going to get down with this. We're going to try to choke down all that people we just ate. It was good.
It was
good.
delicious.
It was really good.
Little gamey.
Angela, is it weird to say that whoever the people are in the meat locker tasted good? Tasted fine.
Guys, that wasn't people. That was bison. That was grass-fed bison.
Oh, thank God.
Really?
Thank God.
Then why is it
Bison.
wearing rings? I don't know.
Should it look like a hand with
I
jewelry
was
on
having
it?
some serious, moral dilemmas.
Repurposing.
Grieves gets very creative.
I went to a pottery class. I was just playing around.
You said grass fed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's really
Delicious.
not. I feel so much better about myself because a few minutes ago I thought I was a cannibal and I was completely fine with this.
Yeah,
But now I'm a
yeah.
guy eating grass-fed bison, so I'm better than everybody else.
Yeah, it's true.
See, I felt like I was eating cattle the whole time. And
You
to
think
hear that it
people's
was
cattle?
a bison, well, it tasted like a pork cow.
Oh, what?
You mean you must mean chattel.
Man, I want to see a pork cow now. I'm totally down to seeing like a field of pork cows.
I've got one in the basement.
It's like Okja.
You guys want to go check out the pork cow?
You're listening to Fort Fritz. Welcome back to Fort Fritz. This is Angela with Fritz,
Greetings.
Mandaddy,
Hi.
Kaz,
Hello.
Nick Spry,
Hello.
and Grieves.
So we're walking down this staircase. We're going way down here in a cellar. Way down here in a cellar.
Way down here.
Greaves says that he has an actual pork cow. That's a thing. I've never
Is it
heard of that
living?
before. We're gonna go
I feel like
see
it's
it.
combining like the food and the like living animal thing, right? Isn't it pork?
It's hard to say.
It's not a pig cow, it's a pork cow.
Exactly. Like wouldn't it be pork beef or a cow pig?
Yes, it could be. Have you ever heard of let me guess, what the island of, what is it, Dr. someone?
Dr.
Monroe?
Monroe.
Dr. O.
Monroe is correct.
Monroe.
And he's the man.
James Monroe?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I agree with everything Nick
I love
says.
historical drama.
Thank you. So here's the deal. This is something I created, and I'm proud of it. I had a lot of time on my hands down here.
Created how?
Well, yeah, I read a lot.
You guys are going to die when you see this thing.
Wait, you seriously?
Why would you show us a thing that's going to make us die?
Should like figuratively die. Like we're gonna be like very excited. It's gonna
Yes.
be flabbergasting.
I just try to take everything she says
Kaz.
literally, okay?
The
You
lower
understand me.
The lower we get, the more there's like it's torchlit down here.
It's getting kind of cold too. Like,
Yes.
does the pork
Not
does the pork
as
cow
far.
have like a
How far
jacket?
down
Is he
are we
like a
going?
living warm-blooded creature?
You've got to keep him fresh.
He's got lots of fat on him.
I
Keep
feel
him
like I
warm.
should take my pants off.
No, it's a
No,
bad
no,
always think
no,
that.
no,
Why would
that's
you do
always
that?
your go-to.
You always
Why?
think that.
Guys, I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. We've been over this. I'm sorry.
Just leaving
Yes.
them on. Just take it easy.
Here's the land. No, it's leveling out here. Here, this.
Oh my god, you ready? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah,
ready?
yeah,
Why would you keep pork or beef or cow underground? They don't like to be
my
underground.
God, this is
Again, at some
amazing.
point, it's a living thing or it's a dead thing. We got to figure out.
Probably both.
This is
Are we all?
absolutely incredible
Oh
looking.
my god, is that? It is so cute.
Isn't it?
It is so
Oh
cute.
my God!
He's like the corgi of bovine.
Right, it's so small and like hilariously stumpy.
And you were all scared. Look at
Oh,
him.
Isn't he the cutest?
Who's a little pork cow? Who's a little pork cow?
Can I name him Bovine Corgan?
Yes.
You know, I don't mind because I never gave him a name, but I'm proud that Fritz would name him.
He looks just like him. Look.
Do you have any treats or anything? Can we feed this little guy?
Feed a pork cow.
Just give him some of your fingernails. Tips of your fingers is fine.
What you're talking about?
No.
What a horrible man you are. He drinks milk.
What?
Oh, Fritz went right in. Fritz shoved his entire hand in its mouth. Oh my God, that is a lot of blood.
I forgot to mention he's hungry.
Oh, what
Oh
were
my
you
god.
thinking?
Open his mouth. Push it in.
No,
in on his body.
No.
Push it in.
he's
Push
going
it
back
in.
in.
Push it in.
Oh, he's like wrist deep at this point.
That is gruesome.
Push it in.
His G.
Are you trying to feed Fritz to
No, it
the...
makes them let go.
No. His jaws are like steel traps. He's
what the hell is
too young to know how to use them properly.
He just wants milk.
You're
It's
right.
fine.
The animal is too
looks
small
really-
to actually consume all of Fritz. I don't think he's in any danger of like.
Thank you.
Look at
Are
him.
you sticking
Look
up
at him.
for the pork cow?
I want to get to the bottom of this in like one pretty succinct manner.
Man, Daddy, he just nubbed me. I mean, nothing. I don't think
that was
Yeah,
not a
he's-
nub scream.
he was
That
definitely
was
been
a
known to
chew,
overreact.
bite, possibly sever scream, not a nub scream.
he's been
No, I
known to
think maybe his
overreact.
gums were bleeding. That was where all the blood came
That was not a
from.
gummin. I did not hear a gummin.
What?
I was afraid.
It's like a nail trim.
Well, how old is this little guy?
Oh, just
That was
a couple,
close.
Just a couple months.
You know what? It's all right. About 15, 20
What?
days.
More to the point, what begat this? Like, what sired this?
I haven't written that yet.
Only evil science can be behind this.
Angela, you look really relaxed right now. Nick Spry is vehemently shaking his head and scratching his scalp.
No, I just don't know. I mean, just something doesn't add up. He seems really hungry. But maybe we should just like he was sucking on Fritz's hand. Do we need to bottle feed this little pork cow?
I think so. That would be good.
Bottle feed him?
Bottles of what?
I don't know. What do
I
pork
thought you
cows
had
eat?
a case of something.
It's a mixture of like pig cow milk. It's fine.
Pick out.
Where do you
Well, I ain't
where do you get
milking
them?
them.
Where do you get
I'm not
pig
milking
milk?
them.
Where do you get pig milk? Thank
You
you.
get pig milk.
So where do you guys? Where's the pig cow milk? Where do you store this?
It's just over here in this crate. Right here.
Well, you know what? It's not in the crate anymore. I buried it.
You did what?
No, I buried it because I was concerned that it might be, well, it's a very wonderful commodity, and it's important to
It's
my
also
little new
perishable.
creation.
It's goddamn milk, right? Like it's got to stay cold or like
wrong with
pasteurized or
you?
something.
Well, it's
like
cold down
kimchi.
here. Didn't you complain about how cold it was down here?
That's
It's
true.
fine.
That's
It's
true.
fine.
Counterpoint.
I didn't
counterpoint.
complain at all.
Well,
It feels great.
Can you dig it up? I really got a
Sure.
hankering to feed this guy.
Hang on. Let me take off my gloves.
Oh my God, he's doing it like a gopher. Look at him.
It's like an automatic tiller.
There it is.
He found it. Wow. That's crazy, dude. What
wait,
the hell is this?
no,
Nick
no,
Spry,
guys.
explain this to me.
Guys, no. Okay,
Wash
so
that
this is
off.
really old, musty looking. It almost looks like a canopic jar or something like that.
Okay.
Canopic jar?
Yeah, you know.
Grieves,
the-
get it
put
out.
organs
Get it
in.
out of his face.
We're gonna
no,
do
no,
this.
no,
He's really presenting it violently.
Touch it.
Oh my god.
No, guys,
Please
don't
stop.
open that jar. Do not open that jar.
Come on, open the jar.
No.
Look, I know I wanted to feed this, but this could be bad. Like a buried jar of unknown origin? Guys. Huh? Have you ever heard of Jinn?
Oh, God, yeah. I mean, tonic, do it now.
Love it.
I'm all about
I
it.
get really sick
Sapphire,
on it.
boom, boom, boom.
Like
Bombay
Christmas
sapphire.
trees.
No, perhaps I misphrased that. Maybe do it more secular. Have you guys ever heard of genies?
Oh, God, what?
Rob,
I've never had that before.
Sounds really delightful.
Well, a lot of people think that genies are really friendly because of a certain big blue guy in a certain mouse-related film. But that's truly a misconception.
Sure.
The Jinn, actually, it's weird that this ties in with the Dybbuk. So it comes from Semitic roots, the word. Semitic being the languages of the sort of Afro-Asiatic areas, including North Africa, the Arabias, like Hebrew, Arabic, Syriac, Ethiopic, etc., etc. But the word comes from the root jinn, which is JNN. It's a very rare triple consonant word.
How do you spell it?
JNN. And
can you pull
Jinn.
it off in Scrabble? Is that a thing now? You
No.
just bust off a J.
that's
and
what-
No,
totally
come on,
alien
you
for that one.
can't. Come on, you can't. You know you can't do that.
I don't know that.
Yeah, because you and I
can.
were playing, and you
And I
conveniently forgot.
dominated you.
Yeah, because you were making up words like Jen.
that's a
It's
real
not
word,
made up.
Fritz.
It's a real word.
I hate you.
See me on the Scrabble board.
But this word means to conceal or to hide or to mask, which has big ties into Islamic faith, what they refer to as the unseen. The first biggest being that of the belief in Allah. There are specifically referring to jinn. This refers to supernatural, preternatural beings. They are much more than a creature or some sort of cryptid. They are sentient. They possess free will. They lead lives that are akin to that of like a normal mortal man. They can, for example, they might have families. They can get married. They can fall in love. They might have jobs. They can choose to have a faith. They die. They go to the afterlife and are judged.
So these are autonomous spirits.
spirits
People-
might not even be the right word. They're beings.
part of our
Maybe like
world.
X-Men?
But
would be like a good example, right? Like they live adjacent to us, not dissimilarly, but not altogether human. Give me like a Quantum Leap theme song kind of feel right here, like.
You're hearing it right here, baby.
Yeah.
So yeah, they are mortal, but they have like an extremely long lifespan. Their true
so
form.
are they humans or
They're not humans. They predate humans. So
Aliens.
they're like the first men, or
they're not. They are in no shape or fashion a human being. They're
fuck them.
They're like Nephilims.
No, they're like at least in shape human beings because they can like get married and like. Or are these people just like? There's a amorphous, gaseous cloud of.
It's a nebulous
supernatural.
being.
Takes this one.
And I love it.
And I love it. Like, and Mom, we're getting married.
Nice gas.
Well, there is
You know
actually.
your father is a gassist.
Okay, Mom.
Jinn could actually mate with human beings. The Queen of Sheba was purported to be half Jinn.
I don't put my foot down for much. Okay, but I don't want no cloudist on my podcast.
I accumulate your thoughts.
Oh,
I'm serious.
God, I was gonna go there.
Now the clock starts. Angela, do you have a pun better than that? It's a cloud pun.
Once had a love, and it was a gas.
All right.
Luckily, you don't have a heart of glass.
So now Mandaddy's in there. Grieves.
Grieve did enough.
So the Jinn are.
Back to
How
the
do you
Jinn.
spell that again?
I was freaking out about this jar. Let me get back to that.
Oh,
So-
yeah, the jar.
Yeah. They don't, in fact, sort of have bodies. Their true form is incomprehensible to the mind of a human being. Think of them as sort of like a being of pure energy that exists and inhabits Earth, but they are able to manipulate our physical world. They somehow exist between worlds and yet in our world.
Ghosts.
There is no such
even
thing.
further.
This is like when you're playing superheroes with your friends and the kid's like, I'm everything. I'm a human and I'm not, and I have superpowers and I can grant wishes, but I don't.
They are deeply restricted.
Okay.
I played D&D in middle school with a kid who claimed to have found 10 decks of many things.
There's no way
There's
that's
one.
possible.
There's
no
one
way
in the
that's
entire
possible.
multiverse, and this kid claimed to have found 10. I'm still mad about it.
Did
Please
you
continue.
body slam him?
I wanted to, but we
Straight through the
we
D&D
actually-
table? Like, oh, word? 10?
No, we all
10 decks?
actually killed him within the first 12 minutes of play, and he ran
They're
us
like,
out
and we
cried.
turn on you because you're a goddamn liar. Roll
Right.
10.
So they are able to manipulate the world, even though they sort of kind of half exist in this world. They can manipulate their form and shape and appear to people or even possess a human being. Their creation, it comes from something known as Marijin Minar, and that is sort of a smokeless fire, a samum, or a mixture of fires. Think the flames, the tips of the flames that come off without smoke, or the many different spectrums of light that they have there, because
Kind of like almost like not existing in any form because it's so fast. It's like
right.
It's like,
Another
it's like
example-
volatile.
It's on the edge.
Perfect. Mezzo.
of that would be lightning.
Nice.
Lightning
yes.
is something like that as well.
Visceral.
And this is according to the Quran. And so there are multiple examples of archaeological evidence, according to scholars, that believe that the Jinn may actually predate Islam by hundreds and hundreds of years. And so they think there was some sort of proto-Bedouin religion that people worship these as elemental gods, or, and again, the Bedouins are the nomadic tribes that wander along.
I always thought it was Bedouin.
Yeah,
It always
Bedouin.
sounded so stupid. I'm like, how are they the Bedouins? Like, this is terrible. It's one of those things you read but never like talk about.
You never hear it.
And
That's a sound effect.
Bedouin refers to what?
Nomadic tribe that is basically native to North Africa and the sort of Arabian Peninsula. So this puts their age as far back as possibly for beliefs, maybe to Sumeria, maybe 4,500 years old, 5,000 years old. These are ancient beliefs. They are extremely prevalent and real to those certain sects of devout Muslims, because they play such a large role in the Quran and the Sunnah. These are the Sunnah being sort of the oral history of the Muslims, especially in dealing with social custom and law. This is called a Sharia. So there is a surah that's basically in the Bible. There's chapters and verses. Surah is just another name for a chapter. There's a chapter in the
word for
Quran,
everything.
Surah 72, and it's named after the Jinn, Surat al-Jinn. it mentions them 29 times in addition to a passage about them. The Quran states that Muhammad was a prophet to both humans and the jinn, or Jan for plural.
Fascinating.
Really?
To clarify, the Jan, they predate mankind. Allah created the angels out of light. Then he created the jinn out of a smokeless fire. And then mankind was created from earth and water.
Okay, just to interrupt, this goes back to ancient Greece, where like the first generation of humans were made out of clay.
Mm-hmm. Because Allah, God, cannot do wrong, they are created perfect in what they're supposed to be. The jinn, since they behave like people and they can exist almost like man does, they were the first to have the ability to defy Allah, and they could shed blood. They could sin. They could transgress. They could do what they wanted.
Awesome.
Yeah, exactly. And this eventually led to a civil war of the jinn. So imagine multitudes and multitudes of the jinn. They have a civil war. Blood is shed, and eventually Allah has to send down the host of angels in order to basically slay all of them and exterminate them. But many, many escape.
So wait, is that Civil War or Infinity Wars?
It depends. Does Allah have all of the Infinity Stones at this point?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. That's what I'm wondering. And has
Thanos destroyed it?
Right.
They have a society. Jinn have a society. They were originally, I guess, eventually governed by 72 different kings. They had
That's a lot of kings.
Yeah, well, you got to have a
Probably
balance,
not at the
checks
same
and balances. So when the angels were sent to drive the jinn away, many of them were killed, but many, many survived.
Oh, nice. They were
and
able
went
to
into
successfully
hiding.
fight the angels as the jinn. These dudes are badass.
They basically just turned tail and ran.
Oh.
Angels are pretty powerful. Just how it is. So when Allah decided to create man, the angels even questioned his actions after they having witnessed what went down with the jinn. They were like, "Are you sure you want to do this? Look how fucked up that last situation was. Are you sure you want to go into this again?" And he assured them that he had knowledge beyond what they could comprehend, and to just trust. And so mankind was born.
Wow.
Boom.
That's it.
So from a shaky sexual relationship.
Seems about right, really.
Well, it wasn't that shaky. It was mad steady.
And so a jinn may choose to be good or evil at any time. They may choose the path of evil, and if they do, they are considered to be demons. They're shaitan, which is another word for Satan, almost. And that actually brings up the jinn
Isn't
that became Satan in Islam. And his name was Iblis. And,
Should you be saying that word around here?
Well, it's a really old story. There's many, many versions of this, but when, after the Civil War, for some reason, this certain jinn, originally by some accounts went by Azazel, others by Iblis.
That's been used a lot.
As demons. You see it pop up in Christianity constantly.
Yep.
He was allowed for some reason to attend the court of angels in a different realm outside of the earth.
And once again, there's so many different, so many things that connect with other religions. There's so much of the, and it's rude to say this, but mythology. I mean, when it comes to different religions, there's so many things that intersect with the same storylines
we talked
and the
about
same
it outside.
characters.
The fact that Judaism, Christianity, and Islam are all essentially based on the same core.
That's why I found this so fascinating, because it is a major distinction that you only see in this.
The jinn?
Yes, the jinn.
Also, my homeboys, the Greek gods and goddesses, they pretty much came from a civil war against Uranus, who is now Uranus, or Uranus.
Yeah, it's totally Uranus.
So Satan basically became Satan because he was in the court of angels, and Allah ordered all of the court of the angels to bow before Adam, the first man that he had created. And it's not like a prostration, your head wasn't touching the ground, it was more of a bow of respect. And Iblis refused to do this. In fact, he insisted that he was superior because he was created from fire and the air, and man was created from earth and water, that he was vastly superior being, and insisted that Adam, no, bow before him.
Right. Like Daenerys.
That is kind of cool, though. He came from fire. I mean, that's...
Right, I feel like Adam, if I'm Adam, I'm like,
he's a gas.
All right, I mean...
It's a little unclear on this, but I feel like angels cannot, for some reason, disobey the will of God.
Sure.
So even if they maybe were like,
there's been a bad history of it.
Iblis did it, right? Like, he was like, nah.
And so he eventually fell to earth and became shaitan. And if you choose to do evil as a jinn, you are considered a shaitan, which is a demon, a devil. There's actually several different classes of these more nefarious beings.
Ding, ding, ding.
They are broken up into, you have your shaitin, your demons, you have your al-marid, which is generally considered one of the most powerful of these creatures, these beings, rather. And when you think of genies in a bottle, this is the kind of power and this specific shaitin that you are talking about. And there is also the ifrit, which is come up in pop culture recently with the show American Gods.
Yeah, sexy ifrits.
Again, born from fire.
What you know about them ifrits?
Nothing. Yeah.
What you know about them ifrits,
I literally
boy?
locked eyes with Angela, and we both had the same kind of unsteady gaze that we then cast it back to you. So
I heard a
worry
dial
about it.
tone.
Don't worry about
It
it.
like,
seems
what the hell is
in
that?
one culture, demons or angels that they're either demons or angels. What you're talking about, it seems like they have a choice.
They do have a choice.
They have a choice
They
to
have a
either
choice.
be
So-
angel or demon, and that's really bizarre when you think about how one culture looks at another as being a little more tight on the screws, and this one is like, oh, they could be devils or angels. It's up to them.
But here's where it gets really spooky. Just like in Christianity, and demons can possess people, so can the jinn. They can change their shapes, appear to people in visions. They
course they
possess animals, specifically, most commonly snakes and dogs. They can possess people, and I've seen videos. They're out there. You can watch them. It's sometimes hard because some of the videos are women wearing the full hijab, and so you can't see, but their voice changes. They're moving in these angular, monstrous motions.
Are you sure not you're just watching Netflix?
No, man. There was actually a
Netflix
Jinn
or is
movie
it
from
YouTube?
2014.
Well, he was watching it on Netflix.
I
but
feel like there was a sharp uptick of the like scary angular jerking motion videos after Tool came out.
Oh yeah.
And like
Stop
everybody was
motion.
just doing Tool video stuff. Exactly.
The first Marilyn Manson videos.
So when the jinn possess people, sometimes they take on extreme feats of physical strength and become threatening. Their behavior becomes unpredictable, and the only way is to use formulaic prayer, just as you would an exorcism. And they have this in Islam. It's very, very much akin to Catholicism in that regard. But if they start to possess people, you don't know what's going to happen. In fact, there's another theory that it's called the Quran, that every single person has a jinn accompanying them, constantly poking at their brain to choose evil, that they force them into evil. Not all scholars agree on this, but
Like
it's
the devil
definitely
on the
a prevalent
shoulder
theory.
sort of thing.
Exactly like that. That everyone is assigned a jinn and an angel, and they constantly fight over
Mine's name is Alex.
conscious mind. Oh. Alex?
Jones.
Very basic name.
And I know this poor cow is cute and all, guys, but if we open up this jar, by the way, the stories of genies in the bottle come from King Solomon having said to have trapped a jinn inside a jar and buried it beneath his castle. Sometimes people say that there were hundreds of these jars, and this is where we get the idea of a genie in a bottle. But if we let this MRFer out, this might wreak some havoc. And I'm sorry, little pork cow, you're cute, but I'm not willing to risk that.
Oh, man.
It's still a cute little poor cow.
We're just gonna eat him anyways, man, daddy.
I know, of course I am. I just don't want him to fucking know it.
Not
okay,
now.
Okay, here's the thing. Okay, Man Daddy talks about this Dybbuk Box, right?
Damn right I did.
He says it's spirits of the dead who can take the possession of the living person, right?
Yes.
It can cling, it can attach. There's only one thing that I have that you can help me out with. You say that it can't go against the rules. What rules would that be?
Well, no, that was the reason why the Dybbuk Box couldn't be buried with the one that she wanted to be buried with, because of Orthodox Jewish rules of how they're buried. They can't be buried with tattoos or anything. They can't be buried with artifacts.
So
I'm guessing because I'm not Jewish.
So then we go on to Dmitry and Natalia, who are in Russia.
Can I say Natalia just sounds hot?
Thank you.
I mean, I can't see an ugly Natalia. Like every Natalia in my mind, it just seems hot.
Or it sounds like you kind of like have a hair stuck in your mouth and you're like, Natalia. I got a little hair in my tongue. Natalia.
Like you're eating
totally...
Nutella and you're trying to say the word Nutella.
What's your name? Nutella. Natalia. All right. You're a dude.
Well, you're hot.
That's crazy. And you're totally hot.
And give me some of that Nutella.
So, Dmitry and Natalia, 35 and 42, respectively, they have been arrested because an iPhone was found, or a phone, I should say. A phone was
capable
found
of taking and storing pictures.
with photos of over 30 people. They're posing with these dead people. They were also eating them, correct?
So messed up.
Yeah, there was evidence that they had been preparing the meat and had designs to sell the meat to local restaurants.
You take pictures of your food. You take just you take a picture of your food at the restaurant. That's really rude if they didn't.
Hey, Natalia, my food vlog is really going to blow up after I put down these Destians dish.
That's a nice fa. Then we go on to Jinn, which means literally to conceal.
Yes.
And this is from the Islam religion.
It might even predate that, yes, but it's probably largely in association with Muslims.
They are pure energy.
Yes.
And they can manipulate forms, shapes, environments, even metaforms. Anything not physical.
Correct.
When you think of the Dybbuk Box, we might have opened up something that has attached itself or possessed itself to a pork cattle. And now I think
It's a pork cow.
I think we have to jam the pork cattle back to the milk jar.
Wait, no. What?
Gonna shove the entire thing into the milk jar?
That's not right.
It's
No,
the
you got
only
to
way.
treat him well.
no way it's
he's
gonna
just
fit in
like
there.
it out.
Thanks for reference. The pork cow is about the size of what, like a French bulldog?
Yeah, roughly.
Maybe a little
Yeah.
bigger. But
And
this
we're talking
thing,
about like a
This
milk
bottle's
jar.
not big enough to put the entire pork cow in.
if you've been to a brewery, it's like a growler.
Yeah, it's not going to fit through
It's
the
not gonna
No.
fit in there.
back of that
Holy
bottle.
no.
That's inhumane.
So Jinn means to conceal, and then I got the Dybbuk Box, which was basically a box. I was thinking,
A lot more than that, but yeah, sure.
put it back into the wine bottle.
Fritz is like talking
Well,
to
you're trying to
himself
put-
and
you're-
walking in a circle.
Nice.
Like
So
Yeah,
you
he's
got to try to
really-
put an animal into a bottle?
No.
Well, check it
It's not
out.
going to work.
Where's that red one going to go?
Real quick, like just look at the pork cow and then look at the bottle.
Right.
And then imagine like the process of getting it in there.
That wouldn't work.
All right, while we figure out what we're going to do with this cute, horrifying
Adorable.
bastard of science
Delicious.
and nature.
Do you guys mind if I just bury this jar? It's freaking me out.
Jar.
What we're going to do with the pork cow is contact a local animal rescue shelter and get it like a good home so it's not in this fucking basement with this dude doing God knows
I'm a
what to
dude.
it. Doing God knows what to it.
It's the Taz thing, isn't it?
Creating it from God knows what. You've been listening to Fort Fritz. Catch us on iTunes. Catch us on Stitcher. All like the Google. You can Google us.
Google what?
Radio. Get on the radio.
It might be iHeartRadio. Yeah.
iHeartRadio. What else? Libsyn. Get us on Twitter at Fort Fritz MCT. Yeah. Thanks for listening.
I love you, Bovine Corgan.
Boom, boom.